What's up YouTube, Redbeard's Garage, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be souping up Little Red. Now, Go Power Sports is nice enough to send us their performance kit for the Predator. It comes with a jet kit, air filter, pre-filter, the air filter adapter, and a header. And they also sent one of their performance silence mufflers. So, without further ado, let's jump on the workbench and look at all these products and get to install them on Little Red. Okay, we got everything laid out here on the table. As you can see, it comes with their air filter. You can pick from red or blue. They got a few different colors, air filters, and a few different colors of this pre-filter right here. Now, this pre-filter is going to keep some of the larger particles from getting in the filter, as well as some finer dust from getting inside. Really recommend them, and they're really useful on off-road go-karts as well. And you can see we got our jets right here. This is going to really make the difference. The jets is probably the biggest part of this kit on the performance gains. You can see our little air filter adapter here. Now the silver piece is actually to hold down the choke, because without the air box there's nothing to hold that choke lever down and it would just fall right off. So they include the piece that holds the choke lever down. This is a really nice piece of billet aluminum, and looks really nice as well, being blue. Comes of course with the header that you can see here, as well as an exhaust clamp, and they sent us one of their performance silencer mufflers. These are supposed to be one of the best mufflers to put on a Predator, so we'll definitely be the judge of that today. So let's take Little Red down the road and see what she'll do with the the stock performance compared to these parts, and we'll get to installing these things. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is taking the airbox off. It's just two 10mm nuts, and it'll come right off there. Now you're going to unhook the vacuum line that's up top, and then there's also one on the valve cover, and you just push it right off. And then if you will put the choke on about halfway and shut the fuel off, this airbox will slide off a lot easier. Now I went ahead and unhooked this nitrous line. I'm not sure how we're going to hook it up to the new filter setup, but we'll do it at a later date. Now that we have the airbox off, we can take off the 10mm bolt that's in the bottom of the float bow, and the float bow will come off, and let's change them jets out. Now there will be a little bit of gas in here left over, so I'm going to let it drain for a second. We should be good, and I do have the fuel turned off so we won't keep pushing fuel in this float bow. As you can see, we got that float bow off. It was just one 10mm nut in the bottom. You can drain the float bow with the one up to the side there, but we was taking it all the way off, so it really didn't matter. Now we just need to take a flathead screwdriver, and in the center of the carburetor down here is the jet, and the emulsion tube is above it. So once you take the jet out, the tube will fall out, and you can slide the new ones in place and thread it back in. Well, there's that emulsion tube taken out. Okay, so we got that old emulsion tube out, and we're going to slide the new one in and then put the new jet in right behind it, and that new jet will thread in there and hold it in place. Make sure not to cross thread this jet, of course. That would be no good. Okay, so we got the bowl back on the carburetor and the new jet installed. Now we're going to move on to putting the air filter adapter on. This is a 7mm nut that holds this choke bracket on, and I'm just going to tighten it down until it's just snug where we can move that bracket just a hair, and slide the adapter on. Like so, making sure everything is exposed inside that needs to be. Now we can go ahead and tighten these 10mm nuts back down. as well as tighten this choke bracket.
Oh, I see myself. That's cool. Daddy, are you gonna ride that go-kart?
Not the new one. Waiting on parts to come in for it.
Well, I'm gonna watch. Hey, ride.
I'm gonna ride Aubrey's old one, the brown one up there.
I gotta go pee, Daddy.
Now I'm gonna slide this air filter on and just tighten the flathead bolt on the hose clamp. Okay, we just got to take off the 2 half-millimeter nuts on the muffler and then slide the new exhaust on. Okay, we're going to use the original gasket and just slide this new aftermarket muffler on and use the original bolts or nuts to tighten it all down. Now that we got the header bolted on, we can slide the muffler kind of how we want it and slide it all the way on the pipe and get it all tightened up.
Now you're done?
No, I'm done.
What?
Now I'm done.
Okay, now let's go right here.
Okay, we got the Go Power Sports kit installed. We're going to take it down the road and see what kind of differences it makes.
Look at the dust bowl he's created.
Sorry, I'm shaky. I'm super zoomed in. But Lonnie keeps killing it. It's dying because that clutch keeps getting stuck. You can see it about took off on him. So we definitely need a new clutch and some front tires pronto. That's the biggest thing we need right now.
Big difference.
So, what do you think of the Go Power Sports kit?
It's a huge difference,
Yeah.
especially in the middle.
This thing, I'm telling you, it's a factory of smiles. It produces smiles.
It really does. When you feel so cramped on it, it's like.
It looks awesome. We need a new clutch. That's the problem with it dying on you. Is the clutch is definitely sticking.
Yeah. Yep. Next thing is a torque converter.
Yeah, I think mess with a torque converter a little bit on this thing, or a racing clutch. Don't know which one we want to do, but and some front tires, and she'll be golden.
Sticking with the car.
Okay, so we got the performance kit all installed on Little Red, and let me tell you, the thing's a freaking hoot. I'm going to start calling Little Red the Smile Factory, because that's all it does. It just keeps pushing smiles.
First thing you do is you hit the gas. The second thing you do is smile.
Ear to ear. So the biggest difference with this kit, well, I mean, it's night and day difference. You feel the power band's completely different. It's responsive everywhere. It's like out of the hole. Of course, our clutch is worn out. It's gone. I mean,
we figured that out today.
If you stop, you got to hold the go-kart back from taking off. So I don't know if we want to go like a racing clutch or a torque converter, but it definitely is going to need something within the next few rides. We've been beating on that clutch for months now.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I pegged that puppy out. I float the valves at 6,700 RPMs. It has 18-pound valve springs, which I do want to upgrade to 27 pounds eventually, and a cam and a billet flywheel, because I don't know if y'all know, but Little Red don't have a billet flywheel, and that thing is right behind your back. So if it was a bust,
Dangerous.
yeah, death.
Well, we don't wear helmets either, so
Yeah.
we're already, you know.
Yeah, if one of my little pizza cutters on the front, they're dry rotted. If one of those things exploded, we go in a whippoorwill down a freaking hill. It would be horrible. So what did you think on overall performance?
Instantly, I felt the pull. You hit the gas and it takes off.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm telling you.
From 0 to 30 is huge difference. It's crazy how much difference it is from last time I rode it to today.
I was hoping he would respond like that, because he didn't get to drive it directly before we did the parts. And I did. I drove it and then came straight home, put them on. And I mean, this kit takes a total of 20 minutes to install. It's one of the easiest, quickest upgrades you can do for a Predator. And I love the header. The header's stainless steel, and that muffler gives a lot of pops, kind of like a street bike. I mean, it sounds awesome. A big difference from our other go-karts. They sound more like a four-wheeler, which I like the way they sound as well. But if you have the means, I would definitely pick up this muffler.
This one almost sounds like a dirt bike coming down the road.
Yeah, it screams. And at idle, it almost sounds stock to me. I mean, it's got a little bit of a rumble, but at idle, it sounds pretty much, you know, like I said, a little bit different, but it's not a huge difference. But as soon as you take off,
You hear it.
she's different. And don't forget, guys, all these products are in the description below, and Go Power Sports will help you out with any questions you have, and you can always come back to Redbeard's Garage, of course, for any questions. But check that kit out. It's like around 80 bucks for the jet, the air filter, the pre-filter, the air filter adapter, and the header. And then you got, for 80 bucks, you get that muffler. Like I said, I know the muffler's a little bit high, but they claim it's the most performance gains from a muffler on a Predator. So
Yeah, I believe it.
yeah, and it sounds amazing. So it's definitely worth it.
If you're running a stock Predator with just the governor removed, I highly recommend you get this set up, because it's a huge difference.
And if you're running a governor on your Predator, go ahead and quit the go-kart game. Go ahead and sell it. I mean, I just wouldn't even mess with them. But guys, we got a lot of content coming up over the next few weeks. We got some huge surprises, coming up in probably a week. So don't forget to stay tuned and always come back to Redbeard's Garage. We're out.